Well, hello, troopers, and welcome back to General Kenobi's Bunker. Yep, it's finally time. We're gonna go through my haul from Star Wars Celebration Japan. Let's do it. Thank you so much for joining me here on a whole video. We are gonna be covering my pickups specifically at Star Wars Celebration Japan, which took place in Tokyo, April of 2025. Yep, we were out there. Yep, we spent some money. Yes, we brought a lot of stuff. So let's get to it. Also, to clarify, before I continue, this video will cover the Japan celebration haul exclusively. There's a lot of more stuff that I picked up in Japan, so stay tuned for that whole video. Okay, we're gonna start with one of my last pickups actually there on day 3, and it's this cool R2D2 from Takara. Now this is vintage. This is, I believe, from 78. If anybody that specializes on Japanese collectibles can let me know. I would appreciate it. But I actually picked up the C-3PO earlier in Kyoto, so I was happy to have the pair of droids after celebration. So very cool. One of my favorite pickups. Vintage, Japanese, and carded. Gotta love it. Okay, now for autographs, I actually didn't get that many, but I got some pretty good ones. I'm gonna start off with my man Diego Luna, so check that out. So I had this custom plaque done. Let me see if we can focus there. Of course with Andor, but also with a character that he came out in a like B tier vampire hunting movie with Bon Jovi, where he played the kid that was barely learning the ropes of vampire hunting. The movie's called Vampires Los Muertos. Check it out. It's delightful. And so I had him, he saw this and he like flipped out when he saw it. And I asked him in Spanish actually, how many items for Sancho, that's his character's name, has he ever gotten? He said none. So kind of proud of that one. Also, I would greatly appreciate it if you enjoy this kind of content that you consider subscribing, sharing the content, and please let us know what was your favorite part of this video. Another autograph, of course, we had to get Doc Chang, our executive design director now. He's been working, in Lucasfilm. He basically designed the look of the prequels, really. Very glad that he decided to do, actual pictures and autographs this time around. He was having a blast. And I got the autograph as well as the picture. So took a photo up with him. Super awesome. Like I said, he just looks like he's having a lot of fun all throughout the show. So I was very glad to see that. So yeah, when they announced this was my number one pick, like immediately as soon as they announced him. Next up, we got the I think the biggest item, or at least the biggest box that we picked up during Star Wars Celebration. And man, it was a pain to bring back. We picked up the Hasbro exclusive Ronin 2-pack. This is the Japan version, of course. So check out the beautiful packaging. Very awesome, great presentation. I think one of the best that Hasbro has done, to be honest with you. The figure itself is great. I haven't opened yet. Stand by, for that unboxing. So make sure that you are subscribed, that you hit that notification bell so that you know when we drop this unboxing video here on the channel. But this thing is beautiful. Like I said, one of my favorite exclusives they've done in recent years. But man, it was tough to bring back. I'm glad it made it all in one piece. But yes, this was a little bit nerve-wracking, to be honest with you, to bring back to the States. But here it is, back in the bunker. Now, on to another one of my favorite pickups, and also one of the last ones that I did during the show. We picked up this little guy here. So this little Coca-Cola robot keychain, vintage, as you can see, modeled in the R2 shape. And it comes with its original box. Check that out right there. Now, again, I believe this is from the 80s, but I believe they actually got into a little bit of trouble with this little guys. I think Lucasfilms was like, nope, you're not supposed to do that. So these are awesome. I love that I found it and with its original packaging. So this was one of my favorite pickups during my last day hunt, actually. And if you haven't, by the way, go check out that playlist. There's a vlog for every day that I was there for Star Wars Celebration. Obviously, we include where we found these guys. Now we're gonna move on to pins, and we got a lot of pins. I'm gonna start off with the ones that actually you couldn't buy, which are the ones that are sponsor pins, right? So depending on the vendor, you had to buy a certain amount, or you had to do some activities, and then you could win them. You could not buy them. So the first one here is gonna be this cool BB-8. This one actually the wife and the kid picked up for me because they bought a set of figures from this company, Korean company actually, and they were giving out these ones in exchange for that. But from SH Figuarts, I got this very cool General Grievous. You had to spend a certain amount, and I did so by buying a figure and a model, which I'll show you here in a little bit. So we got this very cool Grievous pin. So again, you couldn't really buy them, so that's kind of cool that at least they give you a little bit of an exclusive item, right? Now, from the official store, we pre-ordered or pre-bought, I don't know, basically we ordered online before we were at the show, a couple of sets of pins, and they were themed by the movie. So the first one here is the Episode 3 set. Of course, I had to get my man. Come on now. You know it. Kind of like all of these, the Dooku looks good, Anakin looks good, Palpatine looks, a little bit more comic-y, but I like it. So again, we pre-ordered this, and we had to go pick him up physically. Remember, they weren't shipping anything this year. The next set that we got is A New Hope. Gotta get those classic vibes. Come on now. So yeah, loving the R2-D2, by the way. It looks really, really good. And then the last one that we picked up as a set, we have Ahsoka. And I gotta be honest with you, I think the Huyang is becoming my favorite of this set. I thought it was gonna be Sabine, which looks good, but once I saw him in person, I think Huyang kind of takes the cake this time around. So yeah, there was more sets, but to be honest with you, I didn't want to pick all of them up just to get him. If I wasn't convinced, I didn't pick him up, so I ended up with these 3. What do you guys think? Also from the store, we got the logo pin set. So basically, it's all the iterations of the logo, all English, all Japanese, and half and half. I kind of love these, by the way. Yeah, these were definitely a must for me. I really like the colors they used this year. So, all right, for the last batch of pins, to be honest with you, are some of my favorite. But also, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with them over there, because I didn't realize how big the packaging was when I picked them up, or before I picked them up. But yeah, basically it's this guys here. It is the batch art, in a 3D representation, right? So it's a pin, but check this out. Look at how big that box is for a single pin. And I got a few of these, so I ended up with a few of these boxes, which again, I was definitely not taking into account. The presentation is beautiful. Look at that. But man, the box is so much deeper than it needs to be. It doesn't make any sense. So let me show you one of these, how it looks, inside the packaging. Okay, so here I have one of Grogu and Mando in samurai outfit, basically, samurai version. But check it out. That's the insert. Look at how much space there is in there. So these ones come with a little wooden stand, which sucks, by the way. It breaks super easy. I've broken 2 already just trying to get them out of the box. For you to display, the pins. And again, great idea, very poor execution in my opinion. These are beautiful, but man, they were kind of stressful to bring so many, little boxes like this. Let me share with you some of the other designs that I ended up picking up. Of course, I had to pick up Vader. Come on. Samurai Vader. This thing is fire. I don't know if you can see it, but there is, like I said, a 3D, factor to it. So it's kind of like it's kind of like a 3D poster type of thing. Again, based on the batch art, but this Vader is awesome. We also picked up Princess Leia. Simple design, yet very Japanese, with the kimono and, the pose and the makeup and everything. So I really like the style of this one. And then very much in the same, vein as the Vader, we had to pick up Luke. Super awesome. I love the colors on this thing. The background is great. So yeah, these pins are very, very cool. Like I said, it's just, I had a little bit of a gripe with the pickups. But let me know down in the comments if you picked all of them. I didn't. I wanted to, but I didn't. But let me know if you did. Also from the pre-orders, I did pick up the patch set of the logos, all versions. Once again, English, half and half, and all Japanese. These are pretty cool. And again, kind of had to get the matching, patches with the pins. What do y'all think? Which combination is your favorite, actually? Um, English only, half and half, or Japanese only? Let me know. And the last of the pre-orders was this magnet with the celebration art, the official art, which I loved. And it's a magnet, and we're gonna give it to my mom because my mom collects magnets, so that's why I bought it. Now, from the actual celebration store, physically there during the show, shout out to our friend Nevo for coming in with the assist, because man, if you saw our vlog videos, that store was mayhem. So he actually picked this guy up for me. So this is a coin with, of course, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then on the other side you got BB-8, Star Wars Celebration. I kind of love these, to be honest. If you saw the video, I wanted to pick up the Vader, but man, that checkout line was crazy. If anybody has the Vader, let me know, because I really did like it. But of course, I had to get the Obi-Wan, and again, thank you to Nevo for actually buying this for me, because I would not have gotten it otherwise. Man, that was a lot of pins, right? I didn't realize how many until I was putting this together. But we're done with them. So moving on to the next cool thing. From SH Figuarts, we picked up this Anakin from episode 3. And this thing is very cool. Highly detailed, of course. Check out that Sith Eyes portrait. So this was labeled to be Japan exclusive. I don't know how true that is. But here it is. And when we picked up this guy, that's how we got the General Grievous pin as well. So this thing is very cool regardless. I will be opening it at some point, so again, stay tuned. Make sure that you are subscribed, and make sure that you have the notification bell activated for that. All right, next up, something I didn't pick up, but it was picked up at Celebration. So shout out to my wife for picking this set of minifigures. This is a collaboration with Sticky Monster Lab, and this box is basically the set. And as you can see here, you get Luke, you get Yoda, Vader, the Death Star, and a Stormtrooper. Now, these are labeled as blind boxes because you could buy just one of them, or you could buy the whole set, which she did, knowing me, of course. And it's awesome because these are really, really cool, actually. And so I'm so glad that she made the decision to pick it up. Also, when she picked this up, it's when she got the BB-8 pin. So again, just a little bit gain. So thank you, honey. These are awesome. Now, for my only art pickup during the show, I picked up this beautiful Plo Koon. Check that out. There's the autograph, and we can see it. So this one is 214 out of 250. I love this thing. I need to see about getting it framed. I think it's a weird shape, so it might be a little bit hard. But yes, I fell in love when I saw this thing, and I'm glad that I picked it up. It's very, very cool. All right, we're here at the last item, and I actually did save the best for last, in my opinion. So these are actually from Gashapons. Gashapons are basically, you put in coins and you get a container, right, random, and then inside, of course, there will be a small toy. But I managed to pick up this little guys, and sorry about the glare, they're still in their original packaging. This miniature figures with the celebration packaging. So we got the Stormtrooper, we got Luke Farm Boy, we got Chewbacca, of course we gotta have Han Solo, and then probably my favorite one, we got Vader in the house. So check these out. I fell in love with these as soon as I saw they were gonna be at the show. I bought 8 Gashapons and I couldn't complete the set. I had a bunch of repeats, so I was actually lurking, by the Gashapon area within the store to see if anybody had, doubles or wanted to trade. I actually did trade it one with a Japanese guy I managed to trade one, and then a nice couple from the UK traded me the last one that I needed. So I managed to get all 5. I completed the set, and I'm super happy. You guys know that I love miniatures, and again, these guys, they got a high level of detail, and I loved the card back, for Celebration Japan. So yeah, very happy to have brought all of these home. And like I said, sometimes you just gotta be a creep in order to get the full set. I'm sorry, but it works. All right, troopers, we got it done. Thanks a lot for sticking around. Also, remember that we will be doing another overall Japan haul, which doesn't contain a lot of Star Wars. Spoiler alert. I'm a huge anime fan, a huge Godzilla fan, so you can kind of picture some of the stuff that I ended up picking up. So if that's something that interests you, make sure that you are subscribed, that you have that notification bell activated as well. So thank you again for joining us here. Please don't forget to leave us your like on this video. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much if you already have. Please consider joining our channel memberships for exclusive content. There's a couple of good videos for Japan or there already. So please consider, joining us there. Thank you again, and I hope to see you on the next one.